Hey guys.
it's Brooke here and Morgan, and we want to welcome you guys to our live today.
That was actually a record. Normally for our live premiere on Wednesdays at noon Central Time, it's usually me, Brooke, and sometimes my mama and both our dogs. And we just had like 115 people, which blows my mind. So I just want to say thank y'all so much for showing your support. It means the world to us. We really put our heart and soul into these videos.
She takes a lot of time out of my week to make these videos for y'all, so she's really crushing it, and she really puts a lot of effort into it, and she wants to help every one of you guys succeed. So really thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I know she appreciates it so much.
So if you're new here, welcome. We are so glad that you ended up here today. My name's Morgan, but you can call me Lil Mo.
And I'm Brooke, as you may know.
And 5 years ago, we quit our jobs we hated to sell on Amazon full time. Once the pandemic hit, we knew we had to do something to help people that were in a bind, like so many people we love. So we were terrified of doing things like this, but here we are getting out of our comfort zone to see how many people we can help, change their life by making money on Amazon.
And we don't even need y'all to change your life. We just want to help your life get a little better, maybe make a couple extra sales, a couple extra dollars that you can put in your pocket to help your family out.
Exactly. So our goal, Brooke says this a lot, is to help you make your very first Amazon
Numero
sale.
uno, for sure.
Once you get that first one, it gives you momentum that just accelerates your business. You have proof of concept. You know that, it's actually possible. We're not lying.
And
this
it's
isn't a
not
scam.
too good to be true, as some people would say when it comes to that, because sometimes these numbers can look like it's too good to be true, but trust us, it's not. All our I guess everything we share with you guys is all real, and it's our real life.
Exactly. And when we first saw the first, tutorial like this on YouTube, I told him, like, this is a scam. There's no way. It's just hard when you're just used to going to work for somebody else to make money. Just the thought of, making money in a different way is weird.
Remember, you didn't even tell me you listed on Amazon because she was so scared it was fake and not real. And then once it sold, she was so pumped up and just kept the momentum going from there, for sure.
I know if I would have signed up for a scam and he would have found out, he would have never let me hear the end of it. So I just figured I wouldn't tell him until I started making some money. And now he's quit his job he hated to do it full time. So everything has come full circle. Y'all, make sure you comment your name and where you're watching from.
Give us a little thumbs up if you don't mind.
And if you want more videos like this, and if you want to learn how to start making your first $1,000 on Amazon, make sure you hit that subscribe button and comment anything. Anything you comment helps YouTube pump out our videos so that we can keep helping y'all. So a lot of people come on Amazon and they tell you, you can get rich quick on Amazon, but
it's really get rich over a long period of time. It does take a lot of work, and you do have to build up that inventory, and you have a lot of skills you got to learn. But over a couple months, over a couple years, you would be very surprised what numbers you're going to hit and the goals that you're going to reach. It's awesome.
It's crazy because since we started sharing what we know, we have been getting messages every single day from people who are just doing this on the side. Maybe they're a stay-at-home mom, maybe they work full-time, and they're making their first sale. And it honestly makes me almost cry every time I see it, because that first sale is the best one.
It gives me the goosebumps.
It did right now, just talking about it.
For sure, just to know that just a little bit of encouragement could help somebody change their life beyond what we could ever imagine.
And I think the fact that we've been there living paycheck to paycheck, I've been at the grocery store line putting stuff up because my card wasn't going to go through. We know what it's like to struggle. Neither one of us come from money.
And that's why I know she wants to do this and to help you guys fully, because she just wants that feeling that we get when one person makes a sale and it gives us that goosebump. She gets that every day, and she just wants every one of you guys to succeed.
Exactly. So since your time is money, let's get started. So today we are actually going to share 3 real products that we have sold, and stick around until the very end because we're going to be answering your questions live. This week we have been getting so many messages from people saying, we don't think that you're real. We think you're fake. And it's kind of funny to me because we're as authentic and transparent as it comes. We do these lives every single Wednesday.
And it's us here.
It's us. So I usually will send a message like, hey, Ashley, it's me, Morgan. And it's funny because, yeah, we're real. So the proof is in the pudding, I guess.
Sometimes you guys are the only people we talk to the majority of the week. So we appreciate you coming.
It's true. So let's start at the very beginning. So if you are brand new, the first thing you want to do is sign up for the Amazon Pro plan. Okay. They have a free plan and a pro plan. The free plan isn't really free because
it charges you 99 cents every item that you list. And from our experience recently, we've noticed that a lot of people have been trying to switch to the pro plan after they started with this free plan, and their account been getting suspended or shut down, and it's miserable to go through customer service to get that back.
A lot of them, it's taken them like a whole month to get it back. So it's something that we don't advise. And we also think, you know, if you want this to pay you like a business, you got to treat it like a business.
And it's your mindset at that point. You know, you're getting $40 a month going into that Amazon account. You're going to find products to pay for that $40. And it's a mindset of a hustle. Just I got to hustle to get that going.
Exactly. It's kind of like paying for a gym membership or something. You're like, I got to get my money's worth out of this.
Yes, that's a good one.
So once you sign up for the pro plan, and you got to think, you can't let that $39.99 a month stop you, because what other business can you start for $40 a month and get access to 310 million Prime customers? And you don't need a storefront, you don't need employees, you don't need experience, but you do need work ethic and a positive mindset.
Yeah, and just think, some of you guys might have already a Netflix account or something like that, and that just sucking the soul out of your life. Why not invest $40 in yourself where you can make a profit for you and your family?
Exactly. When we started, we were broke. We were going to Goodwill, getting $8 for $1, and we cut out so many things. We cut out cable. We cut out eating out. We weren't buying any clothes.
I love to listen to music. I cut out my streaming services just to afford it.
And Brooke he's a sneakerhead, and he wasn't getting no sneakers either. So temporary sacrifice for long-term success.
Yes, because absolutely now I can buy whichever ones I want at any given time, and I realize I don't want them all.
That is so true. So let's start off with the items that you don't want to sell. Okay, so I'm going to start with the basics. You don't want to sell items that are fragile, heavy, restricted, or seasonal products. Okay, why don't they want to sell seasonal products?
Seasonal products. You don't want to sell them because you could only sell them in that season. So once that season's over, those products are just going to sit on the shelf, and you're going to be collecting inventory fees for those products if you don't get them back to your house. Now, I'm not saying that you can't sell them, but just be aware that you're going to have to send them. You have a short window of time to make those sales.
Exactly. So I'm not saying like don't sell them whatsoever, but I wouldn't bank your whole business on it, because you got bills 12 months a year, and they're only going to pay a couple months. So
yeah, if you find some fire profitable products, why not give them a try? But just don't base your whole business on these seasonal products.
Exactly. Okay, so now they have, and how you know if things are restricted, because you're not allowed to sell everything on Amazon. A lot of people don't want to talk about this. The gurus don't want to tell you the real stuff, but we want to actually help you make money. So we're going to tell you exactly what we wish somebody would have told us. So some items you're not going to be allowed to sell on Amazon. Some items, once you make enough sales, Amazon will automatically give you brand approval to sell them, but that doesn't necessarily mean the brand has given you approval. And we've learned this the hard way, y'all. So I did find this free resource. It's sellerjournal.com/greenlight. It's super easy to use. I don't even need to show it to you because it's so easy. You just go to this site, 100% free, and you type in the brand of whatever item you want to sell, and it's going to tell you if they had any IP claims.
Huge.
It's huge. Yeah, that means intellectual property. A lot of times brands will send you a cease and desist for selling letter, because they want to be the only one selling their product. And a lot of it makes sense, because like think a lot of big, like these beauty brands, a lot of times they'll have people making fake of their items, and they want to make sure that they have their reputation. So it makes sense, but you don't want to lose your account over it.
Yeah, so always give that a check before when you're buying the products, because if you buy the products and then you come and get an IP claim, you're going to have to pull all those items back.
It's
and you're
probably
just going to lose money, especially if you're not in that time frame to where you could return the products back.
And a big red flag, y'all, if you look on the listing and you look at all the sellers selling it, if it is only Amazon or the actual brand name selling that product, there's probably a reason, and you probably are not allowed to sell it.
Stay away from that.
Proceed with caution. Now, if y'all want to learn more, Brooke and I are doing a totally free training tonight at Cajunventuresmo.com. Anything that we discuss in here, if you click our description, it's going to have everything linked in there. But now I want to go over, so you want to tell them the difference between FBA and FBM?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm not sure if you guys want to know it, but I'm here for it. FBA is fulfilled by Amazon, which is where you buy the products, you purchase from the manufacturer, wherever you might get it from. You box them all up, you send them to Amazon's warehouse. They do all the shipping and customer service for you. FBM would be you buy the products, you keep them in your warehouse or storage, and then when a product sells, you got to go package it up, bring it to USPS or UPS, whichever carrier you prefer, and ship it out. Now, granted, what if you get 10, 20, 30 sales in a day? You'd be packaging up 30 products, which would take you a very long time, which is why fulfilled by Amazon FBA is so crucial and such an awesome time, because when you go on vacation, you can make sales and Amazon will ship them to you. But if you're doing FBM, you got to put it on vacation mode and you're not making any sales and your store is closed.
Exactly. He said it perfectly. So FBA fulfilled by Amazon, FBM fulfilled by merchant or you. So there are some items that you can own. Okay, so everybody says, which one should I do? Well, the buy box, where most of the sales happen on Amazon, that's where you click add to cart.
Which is where you guys mostly buy all your products. You just find that the one in that buy box. You don't even look at the other sellers sometimes, even though they might have some selling
cheaper
prices. So
that's the beauty of FBA, is you can sell your item for a higher price, do less work, and make more money. So we sell 90% of our items FBA. The only time we do FBM is if it's one of these three things, and it's not allowed. I'm not going to turn down money and not sell it at all. But these are some items that are, and you'll see when you scan the item on the Amazon seller app, to the right, when the item pops up, it's going to have a little, like a red restricted symbol. And once you click it, it's going to say, this is hazardous or whatever reason. Some of those reasons are if it is a spray and it's because it's hazardous for them to ship it. If it is a liquid, a lot of times it will be like that. And then if it is a certain time of the year, like the summer right now, and if it's meltable. So like I got an item yesterday at Super One to sell. These weird items sell really well. It's like a wart. What was it? A wart remover, wart cream, or it was liquid, and it sold as soon as I listed it last night. I woke up and it was sold, but I had to fulfill it myself. But I'm not going to turn down money for that, but just keep that in mind. So you can some people aren't willing to do fulfill by merchants. You can get some sales that way. So I'm not saying don't do it, but for the most part, work smarter, not harder. So now let's go over some actual items. So this video's title was how you can make $100 a day selling on Amazon. So on Amazon, what's the rule we follow?
The rule we follow is we'd have to make $300 in sales to make $100 profit, because it's a 3 times rule. We buy the product, say for $100, Amazon would take $100 for their fees.
Give or take.
And then you would make the $100. So that's our goal in short.
Now it does depend, how heavy the item is, how big it is, but the cheaper the item sells for, the higher the fee percentage. So I can actually set, and I'm going to break it down for you in just a minute.
And let me finish this. Don't always just think, oh, it's not 3 times the price, I don't want to sell it.
No.
You might want to take a smaller return on investment.
Especially when you're just starting.
When you're just starting and smaller. You don't always have to meet that 3 times rule, but it's a great rule to follow, because if the price tanks, you're still going to be in it to make some money off of your items. Because
the price does fluctuate, and it's just a good rule of thumb when you're sourcing products, because you can just look at an item and I could say, hey, that's $10. I need to sell it for about $30, because if I'm risking $10, because you should never invest any money you can't afford to lose, because it is risky. It all is a risk. You can have calculated risk once you learn what you're doing. But it is a risk.
It is entrepreneurship, and everything you put your money into, you can make money back, but it is risky. You might lose it. You might make it back on other products. So it's always a risk. And we just want to be clear with you guys to where you know what you're getting into.
Exactly. So let's start off by saying some actual items. We have sold all of these items. Let's go. This is what y'all wait for.
We don't do this often, because you know what? The real work when it comes to Amazon is sourcing your own products. And if everybody would say, hey, let's sell what Morgan and Brooke are selling, then everybody would be there and not a single one of us would make money. So just always think about that. You don't want to always just jump at what you see online, what somebody's selling, because eventually it's going to catch up to you. You're not going to make money.
Yeah, our goal is to teach you how to know how to find profitable products.
Absolutely.
Where you don't need anybody to tell you. But I am going to share late in just a couple minutes a group that does send you products and how it works. So we're going to start off with the very first item we ever sold, which was a book.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so our good friend Alex, who is the queen of freelancing, she told us about this book, Tax-Free Wealth. And the more money you make, the more money they take. So what you're going to have, this book is ranked like 2000. So every item has something called the BSR, best sales rank. As soon as you scan it or look on Amazon.com, you can see that number. So I just broke it down. See how I added this like Vanna White.
Love it.
I just learned how, y'all. I love it. And when you ask questions in a little bit, your name is going to pop up.
So bring them on.
Right here. Okay, you can tell I'm not that good at technology because I'm amazed. Okay, so this book is selling. Now, this is brand new. Now, let's tell them what makes a book brand new or used.
Wow. Putting the pressure on me. Okay, so when you're going and shopping for books, even if you're going to Goodwill and whatnot, you ought to make sure you look at all the pages. If there's anything written in those pages, it's definitely not new. If any creases in the corners,
like this book has a little crease right here,
not brand new.
Even though it does look brand new everywhere else.
Just make sure it's brand new, like you would get at a
Books a Million,
bookstore, Books a Million, anything like a perfect crisp edge, no writing, and always check in the front because sometimes
don't mess it up. I might want to sell it.
And always check in the front because sometimes the author might have signed the book for people, and you might have just went straight over that. So it's always something to look for.
Look for that, because if you find an author that has signed, that could be a limited edition. You could sell it for probably 20 times as much. So all you do is scan this UPC code on each package. If it doesn't have one, you can scan the front or type in the name.
Just scan the front of the book. It'll pop right up.
So as you can see, this is $17.99 selling price with the fees. Now, the people who are not successful focus on the fees. The people who are successful focus on the profit.
Correct.
So at Goodwill, you can get every Goodwill is different. We luck out because our Goodwill for paperback books is 8 books for $1. So we paid 8 cents for this, and our profit selling this is $8.67. Woo! And you might think only $8, but that $8 adds up.
Hey, so, that's a Happy Meal.
I hope it's cheaper than that.
I don't know.
When I was a kid, I used to think people that were rich got Happy Meals and numbers because we never got any of that. We got the 99-cent thing. But now I get the number, y'all, since I started selling on Amazon. All right, so you'd have to sell 13 of these to make $100 a day.
And it's very possible. You could go to any one of your local thrift shops and walk out of there with 30 books any given day.
Yes.
So,
and we have this. If you need help finding profitable products, we made you this free chart. You can go to cajunventuresmo.com/chart. And it basically, every category is different. So 2000 is awesome in books. In some other categories, that might be high. It's a cheat sheet designed for Amazon beginners.
Yeah, all you need is the Amazon Seller app. You scan it,
and you can look at the little chart we made, and it's going to say like, if it's this number, it's good. If it's this number, it's not good. If it's
in the top whatever percentage, boom, I'm taking it and I'm taking that profit and I'm feeding my family with it.
Exactly. You don't have to know anything about selling on Amazon to be able to follow this chart. We try to keep it real simple.
Yeah, you don't need all the fancy apps, although they do. Apps and websites are really good when you start learning, but yeah, you don't need any of that.
Okay, so the next product I'm going to share with you is this Clean and Clear acne treatment, y'all. So this item, I found this at TjMaxx and it is discontinued.
Where at?
TjMaxx.
TjMaxx, one of my favorite stores.
This is discontinued, and discontinued beauty is our bread and butter. It's actually what I used to be a couponer, and I was giving away this stuff for free like an idiot. And then I scanned it one day on the Amazon app. I found this curl cream that was selling for like $60. I got it at CVS for maybe $2.
She was a coupon queen, and this is one of the ways we started selling on Amazon, believe it or not.
I was sick to my stomach. I had gave so much of that away for free, and so then it got me thinking, what else is discontinued that we can sell? So let's say you have a pimple. How much are you going to pay to get rid of it? Well, people are paying $34.99. Okay.
I would just pop that baby.
Brooke, that's disgusting. Okay, this is not the pimple popper. All right, so we paid $5 for this. I got about 10 of these, y'all, and I sold them all, and I took this one off just to share it with you today. So the fees on this, as you can see, they're about 30%. The higher we sell it for, remember, you see that is a little bit less. Don't be freaked out by the $9.75.
Just remember, like, it's probably it would cost you $3-4 to ship this.
Regular, and that's shipped 2-day prime, plus storing your item, plus handling customer service, plus giving you the Amazon name. Like, if we made our own site, nobody's going to be looking for this.
All the customers that they're bringing straight to your store, all the searches. So,
exactly. So you can make $20.21. So you only have to sell 5 of these to make $100 a day. That's it. And you don't have to worry. Like, if you just find one of these, sell that. You can sell this and books. And, like, Amazon doesn't limit you to anything.
Build up that inventory, and before you know it, you'll be selling $100 a day easy.
Okay, are y'all ready to freak out? Because this one is going to freak you out the most.
Here's the third and final.
And these are just examples. There are millions of products you can sell, y'all. Okay.
Yeah, and don't get discouraged.
Okay, come on. This is a big one. Okay, this is the eye mask. Okay. This is a triple oxygen energizing eye mask. So this is just these little eye masks that go under here, I guess, to help your eyes. Well, this is discontinued. Where the money's at. This item is selling for $94.99. That's 25 cents per mask. So it better make miracles happen.
But here's an awesome thing about it. Just think about all the products that you love that got like just taken off the shelves.
Foundation, lipstick.
Some of the things you would probably spend fortunes on just because you love that product so much.
Bras.
This is what
that's what people love. Okay, so we paid $25 for this. So as you can see, like I said earlier, the higher the selling price, the lower the fee. So this isn't even close to 30%. What is that? Maybe about 20%. I'm not that great at math, y'all, but I'm really good at money. So after the fees, and then the cost was $25 for this one item, you can make $52.
How much?
$52.
Yes.
So you only have to sell 2 of these to make $100 a day.
Let's go.
So you get the picture.
Possible.
Yes,
very possible.
Absolutely. So now I just want to cover just real briefly, and then I'm about to go into answering your questions. There are some tools that we use. Do not get overwhelmed by all the tools out there. I'm not sure if this link is in our description. If it's not, it is in the video that we just posted. If any of these links you can't find us, we're
reach out to us.
On Instagram is the best way to DM us. We're Cajunventures on every platform, and just shoot us a message saying, hey, I want a discount for this, because we do have a link that gives you a free month to Inventory Lab. It's about $40 a month, and it is, if you're a new seller, I think it's the #1 most important thing for you to get, because
absolutely, it helps you list your products faster by printing the labels real quick, and it keeps track of all your accounting and your bookkeeping to where at the end of the year, all you have to do is hit print, bring it to your accountant, your CPA, and you're done.
Everything talks to each other. Like, it talks to Amazon. So whenever you enter the item, like if I'd enter this, I'd enter the $5 I paid. When it sells, it's automatically going to calculate it. If it gets returned, it calculates that.
The only thing that it doesn't do that I wish it did do was calculate your other expenses in your business to where it would pull it straight in. Well, kind of like QuickBooks, but you could add them. But you have to add them manually, which isn't that bad. It's just it would be a lot worse if you had to input every single Amazon sale you made, because it could be thousands.
And what he means by that, so like if I buy packaging supplies, we can still calculate it, but we have to go enter that. So that is but it's way better to have your Amazon linked than vice versa.
It's amazing, and I think it's definitely the #1 tool an Amazon seller needs.
Okay, now Helium 10 and Jungle Scout. If you're just getting started and you're trying to do retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, where you're just buying stuff to sell that already exists, I don't even think you need to invest in these right away.
Nah, it helps, but it
helps, but it's not anything required. This is more for wholesale, private label. We do have tons of tutorials on here. I actually learned how to sell on Amazon by watching Greg Mercer, the founder of Jungle Scout's $1 million case study, here on YouTube. It's free. It's powerful, y'all. We use Helium 10 and Jungle Scout. We have step-by-step tutorials. I don't want to get too much into this right here, but we do have, I think it's 50% off links to both of them in the description.
And you only need one of the two, by the way.
They do the exact same thing. So do not get both of them. And this is nothing that you need if you're just getting started. It's mainly for private label. And what I mean by private label, here's an example of private label. So these are like fake security cameras. So this person just did product research and they saw that these were selling a lot on Amazon. They saw that it had high demand and low competition. So they went on Alibaba and they got them manufactured and just created their own private label brand, which is Armo. And they sold this, and it is really ends up being passive income. We recommend it 100%. But if that's not what you're trying to do, you don't even need to look at this. So now I'm going to cover the Discord group real quick. If you're struggling to find products, our friend Carter that we met in Miami, 21-year-old, so impressive. He created this whole group that basically sends you hundreds of items every single day that you can order online. You send them to yourself or a prep center, stick the Amazon sticker on them, send them to Amazon, and then you make the profit.
Yep. And with using this group, sometimes each of the leads might not be the best, but sometimes you could dive deeper into that website and find other products that are really good, or you can bundle the products together, which is really good. It's a really good starting point if you have zero idea of which products you want to sell.
And before we ever recommended this whatsoever, we tried it personally. I'm just going to share my screen real briefly to show you one item in his group, just to show you an example. We have step-by-step videos that will help you, but is this screen sharing? Yes. Okay. So here is just one example, y'all. Let me zoom in so you can see it. So every day they post literally hundreds of items. So they take the guesswork out of everything. So this item is just a lip stain. And what you can see is they'll show the rank right here for you. They're going to show the category, the monthly sales, how many people are selling it. And then they say what the price is selling for, the price you're going to pay. So this is selling for $25. You'd buy it for $9.99. It shows all the fees, and then it shows what your profit is. So you'd invest $10, and if it sells for this price, you're going to make $7.37, which is 73% return on investment. And the amazing thing is, if you click check restriction, it'll take you straight to your Amazon account, and it'll tell you if you're actually allowed to sell this item or not.
They send you the Keepa charts, which tells you
they give you access to Keepa for free, which is pretty cool. And then it'll send you to Amazon.com where you can see the actual listing. And then it will Ulta right here is where you would buy the item. So we don't want to get into that a ton, but I just wanted to kind of show you how it worked. We do have a code, Cajunventures. If you want to try it for a month, all caps. If you want to try it for a month and just see if you like it, totally risk-free, you are more than welcome to do that.
And so if you do that, though, make sure you have your Amazon seller account already set up.
Yeah.
So that way you could utilize it. Don't get this before your Amazon account is set up.
I would learn the basics, because if you're trying to utilize the free month and you don't even know what to do, you're not even going to really be able to list anything. So I would definitely try to learn the basics. And just like Brooke said, set your account up first. All right, so we have maybe about 10 minutes or so left that we can answer some of y'all's questions. So go ahead and drop them in the comments. Once again, we know that your time is the most valuable thing you have. So we are so appreciative that you've taken your time to invest in yourself and your knowledge.
If we skip one of these questions, we apologize. We're not purposely skipping them. We're just trying to do our best and answer as many as possible.
Any questions that we can't get to, drop them in the main comment section, not in the live chat, because we go through them every single week and we try to answer as many as we possibly can.
And it also gives us great ideas for more content to make for you guys, because this is what you're wanting, what you're asking from us.
Yes. Okay. So nurse. Okay. Or usually
nurse.
Hey, nurse. Okay. Is there a fee to join your private group? So our private group is for any of our Amazon clients. So if you go to CajunVenturesMo.com tonight, we have a free webinar, and we do have a step-by-step program that gives you access to us daily in our private group. And we don't have any support team. It's literally we are the support. Okay. We wake up and look at that group, and it's kind of grown, and we're excited because entrepreneurship can be so lonely, y'all. And it's just, we've built this community that I really, really love. I will tell you that our program is priced very competitively. How many business coaches have told us to triple the price?
Every single one.
We get like messages daily, like, why is this so cheap? But you know, when we started, we were making $400 a week. I was a waitress.
I was a farmer, and we just want to give you guys value. And we were like, what's the lowest a price point that we could reach to give you guys all of our time and effort. And that's what we did. We reached for the lowest.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously can't do it free because we have costs associated with it. But if you get the guide, you do get access to that.
It is $297. I know we said that.
All right, so I'm trying to go to these.
Let's bring them.
All right, so this is a great question from Lindsay. I see that a number of items need approval. How do you gain those approvals, and is it difficult? We get this question every single day. So some items do not want other sellers on the listing. You can tell because if you look at it, it's only going to be Amazon or that name brand. To get approval, you can actually automatically request approval. And if you have enough sales history, sometimes they're going to automatically approve you. If you need to get ungated, it's really not that complicated of a process. We have step-by-step videos in our guide, but you're basically just ordering a set amount of an item from an authorized distributor, submitting that paperwork, and you can find out that way. Please don't pay for an ungating guide. Some people try to charge like hundreds of dollars to teach you how to do this. YouTube is a free resource, y'all. You don't have to give us one penny, and we are going to help you, try to make your life be better. So you can pretty much Google search, and the Discord group is amazing. We've gotten ungated for
Lego, Star Wars, Disney.
We got ungated for stuff we never got ungated 5 years on Amazon, because in the group they have a whole ungating section, and I'll just go type in whatever the brand, and somebody will tell you exactly what site to order it from. Some require you to have an LLC or a resale certificate. Some, that's not even required at all. So every brand is a little bit different, but you basically just submit paperwork to Amazon, and they just want to verify that it is authentic. That's the whole point. They're not trying to make it that difficult. They just want to keep their marketplace fair. So I think that that's pretty good. All right, let me scroll back down. Y'all are asking so many.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, so tell me if you see any good ones.
Let's see.
All right. Let's see. All right, so I'm having such a hard time understanding all of these. How can you start with no money at all? So there's lots of ways to start. When you're poor, you get real creative. That's what we always say. So tell them what we used to do at the dumpster.
This is what we did, and we're not saying it's right, but it's really creative. And when Morgan brought it to me, I looked at her like,
I grew up with a single mom in a trailer park. We've been doing stuff like this my whole life.
And then now it's like second nature to me. Sometimes I'll just pull over and find things. So here's a great example. We used to live right by a big box store, and they would always put stuff out by the dumpster, say desk or whatever it be. We go scoop those babies up, clean them up real good, because a lot of times they were putting them out because they look old and beat up. But actually, after you clean them up, they were really good. We then take great pictures of them, list them for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and flip it. We got the item for free. Sometimes we flip it for $40, $60, you name it. And then we just reinvest those profits over and over and over again until we were able to do whatever we wanted to with it. And from there, we went to thrift stores, started scanning books.
And you can also start by scanning stuff around your house. Our first sale was a book right off my bookshelf, and we've seen several of our clients do the exact same thing, because all that stuff at your house used to be money.
Yes, and you just want that first win to see that it's actually achievable. And if you could just scan a book around your house and make a sale, you'd be like, wow, what can I do if I go to a store and source items? I could make all these sales.
Exactly. Kristen, thank you so much for saying that. That makes my heart so happy. When we first started teaching this, you doubt yourself big time. Oh, and wait, one more thing.
And it's uncomfortable putting yourself out there to try to help people out. And we appreciate all you guys.
We do so much. One other free way to start is Amazon KDP, digital products.
Yes.
Totally free. You can go make a digital product on Canva right now, upload it to Amazon KDP, or upload it to Etsy. Y'all, comment digital products if you want more videos on that, because it is a huge opportunity, and the internet doesn't care if you grew up poor. They don't care where you come from. They don't care who your mom and daddy is.
Nope.
It even the score for poor kids to keep up with the Joneses.
Everyone.
If you have hustle, that's all they care about. So digital products are amazing, and I think I do want to make more content on it, because I think it's a great way you can start with no money at all.
Absolutely.
All right, so I am trying to pull up to see. Okay, I'm gonna go through these real quick. Do we have to have a business account to order from Alibaba? You do not have to have a business account. Our first order we got shipped to our house. So you do not have to do that at all. Tell them some stuff while I find another question.
Buying from Alibaba though can be a little bit of a learning curve because you're gonna have to ship it from China or wherever it might be overseas, clear customs, get it to your house or get it to the warehouse. So there is a slight learning curve. Don't get discouraged by it. I did it. Morgan did it. If we did it, you guys can do it too. Trust me.
Okay, this is a great question. And that's another item I meant to go over and I forgot. So I am so glad that you asked this. How do you package book bundles? So that is such a good question. So book bundles were our bread and butter. And I'll tell you one, my mama did say I was going to hell for selling this, the Left Behind books about the apocalypse, because she doesn't really believe in that. So, I said, Mama, I'm trying to get into heaven, but also I'm trying to pay my bills. So it depends how big they are. If it is like a small book series, you might be able to put it in some sort of like bag. But if it's big, we normally will box it in a like cardboard box.
Yeah, we try to find a box that pretty much that size for that series of books,
and then tape it up real good. And they have stickers you can get or just write on there, sold as a set. Do not separate.
And if you put that Amazon label on that box, it'll just get scanned in and it'll sell as a set.
Exactly. Okay, great question, Richard. Is it hit and miss when you find those items at TjMaxx? I would love to make $100 a day, but what about the supply of $2 pimple cream? That's the thing. Amazon has millions of products for sale. TjMaxx is just one of millions of places we source things. What we normally do is we find a hard to find, an item that is hard. Not a lot of people have it for sale on Amazon. We'll go save an eBay search. We'll go save a search here. You don't just want to rely on one item.
We'll Google search stores that might be selling it and buy them from there.
And then you can set up wholesale accounts where you are just the middleman. So you're not even getting discontinued products. It's companies that are currently not available on Amazon. And you go to them and say, hey, I want to offer or it might be available on Amazon, but not from the actual, store.
Yeah,
you go to them and you offer them value, and then you just are the middleman making money. So there are so many ways to find items. When people say they can't find them, I think that they just haven't fully learned what to look for.
And I think sometimes there's analysis paralysis type feeling that people don't want to buy something because they're scared that it's not going to make money. But you're never going to know unless you tried, you list it, you send it in, and you might surprise yourself.
Exactly.
And I think you will. I really do believe that everyone and anyone can make sales on Amazon.
Yes. Okay. This is an awesome question. As a new seller, what category should one start when doing retail arbitrage? We always recommend books for brand new beginners, but other categories that are really good: baby, home and kitchen, beauty, sports and outdoors, like socks, bras. Y'all, the options are endless. You want to find items that, are already selling. You're not trying to go on Shark Tank and create anything from scratch.
And if you're a man, who cares? Go to the makeup section, scan that, screw them. You can make a lot of money on that. And it's something that you don't want. So you're very confident in wanting to sell it. So don't worry about what you like, worry about what's selling. That's our major, I guess, thing that we go here.
I bought like 10 wart removals, hemorrhoid cream, and what was the other one? Prostate cleanser yesterday. Like, no shame, because when I look at it, I just see money. And like, people are so self-absorbed, they're barely thinking about you. Most people are just thinking about themselves. So all right, so I already have an Amazon Prime account. Will I still be able to set up an Amazon Pro? Absolutely. Your Amazon seller account and your Amazon Prime account are two totally different things. So and Amazon KDP is a whole different account.
And what I've seen recently, and tell me if I'm wrong here, Mo, is that you need a different email address with both of those accounts, or something in the system throws it off. That's the only difference.
Yes. Okay.
So you can't use the same email address you're using on your Prime account as your Amazon seller account.
And we're not sure if that's true. That's just what somebody said. You can try and see. But even if you'd use the same one, if it lets you, they're still going to be totally separate.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 3 of the same item. Do I send it to Amazon in the same box or ship separately? So you're going to create your shipment, and we have a step-by-step video. I am going to add it to the description as soon as this is up, and it walks you through me at a store buying a product to listing it, shipping it, and send it to Amazon. So that will help you with that. But you're going to create the shipment, and then it's going to tell you where they go.
Amazon might break out, say all 3 go to one warehouse. Sometimes they might say 2 go to this warehouse, 1 goes to this warehouse. So you package them differently. You put the labels on both boxes and you ship it in.
Exactly. Y'all, make sure you go ahead and set a reminder. We have our next live for next week already up. If you subscribe and turn on your notifications, it'll let you know. Next week for our video, we're actually sharing 7 side hustles that we tried so that you don't have to. And we're ranking them from the worst to the best. And we are totally transparent. We're sharing exactly how much money we made doing each one and which one we recommend for you to do. And it's not all just Amazon, because how many what did they say about the average millionaire?
You need like 7
income streams.
I think.
Just having 1 income stream is so risky, y'all. That's why we are all about helping you do this, make money on Amazon.
We try to just go all over. If Morgan sees something she wants to try, she dives in it. If it works, it's great. If it's something that's not passive enough, we move on to the next. But we're always trying to find another stream just for in case something happens to one of our other streams.
You never know.
We have money coming in and we can figure it out until the next thing comes up.
Exactly. Thank y'all so much again for joining us today. We will be back next week. So in the meantime, y'all go make that money. Have a great week. We love y'all.